The floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Philadelphia, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And of course, the Celtics just need to keep fighting.
Well, for the Celtics, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Tatum at the 4 with Kata in at the 5. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Brown in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. MP is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W, but we'll see.
And of course, MP has made it known he expects an all-star nod this season. And any matchup that challenges his spot, he's going to take very seriously.
Well, how can you not be impressed by MP's performance lately after he sort of called himself out, claiming that he needed to elevate his game? For him, it's not just about being an all-star. It's about being the best in the conference at his position. Now, you can see the fire he's playing with. He's flat out destroying his competition. The only question now is, can he keep it going?
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A.,
and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The previous play is under review.
It was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he's been playing some fantastic basketball lately, earning him the Eastern Conference Player of the Month award. MP.
The moment this guy steps on the hardwood, you know what time it is. Offense, defense, transition, it doesn't matter where the game goes. He's going to be the one dominating things.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
Kicks it out to MP. Again, Philadelphia.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Brown scanning the floor. And Brown with the stuff.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And MP throws it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Down low. Kick out to Brown. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
What a move by Tatum, finishing strong at the rim.
And Maxey's got the ball here for Philadelphia. And they've been quite the story in the NBA this season, stringing together 22 wins in a row and looking for more.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
Tatum against MP. White with a screen on MP. Steps back. Outside White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. MP, the pass to Maxey. MP drives in. Out to Hachimura. MP, a screen on Brown. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Hachimura outside. MP finds Maxey. He shoots it. Boston pulls it in.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Tatum can't hit.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
On the wing, MP. Pass to Embiid. The three from Edgecombe. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
White looking it over. Here's Queta. Kick out to Brown. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
This shot used to be a question mark for Brown coming into the league. Now you gotta guard him from deep.
Brown against Hachimura. MP, the pass to Maxey. MP, a screen on Pritchard. And that's good. Maxey for 3. Maxey's got 6.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. He talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Hachimura against Brown. And the jam by Brown.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
On the wing, Hachimura. MP, a screen on Pritchard. For 3, Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. Boston trailing. Pritchard with a screen on Hachimura. The kick to Tatum. Fires from deep. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
The kick out to White. Rebound by the 76ers. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Pritchard from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For 3, Maxey. They get it back. Embiid. Pass to Edgecombe. Back to MP. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 15.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the 76ers with some changes. Drummond comes in for Embiid, and it's George in for Hachimura. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Garza's checked in for Keita. Walsh comes in for Jaylen Brown. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for White. And Gillespie is subbed in for Pritchard.
Solid from three. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Drummond passes to MP. And here's George. Screen by MP. And George with the basket on the assist by MP. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. Tatum against MP. Pass to Garza. Lets the 3 fly. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 5. To the left side wing. Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by Anthony. And here's Maxey outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Anthony right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
MP, the pass to Drummond. Back to MP. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. MP's got 18 points in the game.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. The shot misses. Good D by MP.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
On the wing, MP. Back to George. Fires the 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Walsh. Shoots it from the high post. Tatum's shot is good. Tatum's got 19 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Again, Philadelphia.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Outside Tatum. Here's the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Puts up a 3. That won't go either for Tatum. On the wing, MP, pounded by Tatum. Oh, and the dunk by Drummond!
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Philadelphia up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And the 3 ball has been huge in building this lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I love that mentality from Brown. Comes right back down the floor to answer the 3 with one of his own.
McCain. And the 76ers another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Garza. On the wing, Anthony. There's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Anthony matching the three from the other end. He's a competitor, just like his dad was.
Here's Edgecombe. MP, a screen on Anthony. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the 76ers lead by 16.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Gillespie, covered by McCain. Garza passes to Brown. Driving inside. Brown going to work.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Boston needs to get off a shot here. The three. It's rebounded by George.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's MP. That one drops for him. MP's got 25 points in the game.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Here's Brown. Again, the Celtics good for two more.
He has been unguardable. There's been no misses yet. You have to keep getting him the ball.
MP finds George. Shoots over Brown. Nice shot by George. George has got 8 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Pass to McCain. Now here's MP. Screen by MP. George outside. Takes a three. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Celtics trail by 17. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Brooklyn put on a show. He picked up 66 points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Tatum against MP. George outside. Philadelphia moving it around. Here's Edgecombe. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Hits the three-pointer.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off.
Whoa!
Oh, sweet move. Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 19-point game. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Boston's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Brown passes to Gillespie. And here's Tatum. MP with the block.
Terrific defense by MP. Look, even though he's young, he's not afraid to challenge guys at the basket.
Back to Brown. Looking to end the run. Shoots over George. Tries yet again, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. He misses the free throw. When it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Derek White comes in for Anthony, and it's Peyton Pritchard in for Gillespie.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And here's Brown for three. Joel Embiid with the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Embiid drives in. Pass to George. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Brown. Pritchard, the pass to Garza. And the shot goes. Garza's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Embiid. Back to MP. Pass to McCain. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. George, good.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Brown inside. George defending. And the basket by Brown. Brown's got 18 points in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
MP, the pass to Shamet. From deep, MP. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Tatum against MP. Tatum passes to Brown. Pass to Garza. Pritchard against McCain. Tatum from long range.
Yeah, phenomenal block by MP. You just can't afford to throw up anything weak around him.
Hachimura's checked in for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes in for McCain. Cadis checked in for Boston. And here's Brown for 3. No good. 8 for 11 from the floor now. MP finds Hachimura. And MP throws it down.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
Tatum from long range. The shot off that time.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
For 3, Maxey. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
To end the run, and finished off by Tatum.
Yeah, no question Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
Screen by MP. On the attack, Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Boston's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Outside Tatum, fires the 3. That won't go either for Tatum.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The closer, and MP throws it down.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Outside Pritchard for 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Screen by MP. Here's Maxey. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. 11 points for Tyrese Maxey.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And finished off by Tatum.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. And the basket by Hachimura.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Pritchard against Maxey. Tatum from long range hits the trifecta. Tatum's got 26.
Look, you can't give Tatum three-point looks from anywhere. He's so efficient from range.
Embiid's shot is good.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Into the lane. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Vicious finish by Tatum. These coaches love when he's aggressive.
Shamet passes to MP. On the wing, Hachimura, defended by Brown. Drops in the three. MP's got 42 in the game.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
For three, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And so it's MP making things happen for Philadelphia. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been all MP in the first half. A lot to like from him.
Oh, yeah, he came to play, not holding back. He's cooking on the offensive end.
Cooking is right. In fact, I think he may have stolen some of the big fella's recipes.
No way. Those are G34 classified.
And moving on here, how about the fantastic matchup at the power forward position? Appreciate you joining us. It's been our
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. MP is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Embiid in at the center position. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Outside, Brown. Over Hachimura. The rebound by MP. MP's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, BA, he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's the triple. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got rebound number 5 here tonight. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back over to you, Brian.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. A nice shot by MP.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Tatum, a screen on Hachimura. It's stolen by Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Back to MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 47 points.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Brown against Hachimura. Brown passes to Pritchard. Now here's Tatum. Clock at 6. Can they get it? Rebound by Philadelphia. MP's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And how about we check the numbers for Jason Tatum?
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Philadelphia. Gets the 3 to fall.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Tatum against MP. Tatum. That shot, no good. Good D by MP.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Drummond finds MP. Now here's Maxey, defended by Pritchard. Kicks it out to MP. From the arc. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Brown against Hachimura. Brown passes to Tatum. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 31 points.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
And here's MP from outside. And another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
With B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
Pritchard, the pass to Queta. White for 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Outside Maxey. 4-3. Drummond. The second chance points on the tip in. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
Well, that was just great timing and playing with a high motor.
Here's Brown. The kick out to White. Takes the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's the floater. Edgecombe, no good. Boston has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. The kick to Tatum. Inside. Queta gets the bucket. Queta's got 6 points.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Back to MP. 3-pointer. And again for 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Drive by Brown. The kick to Tatum. The 3 is up. The rebound by Maxey. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Edgecombe, no good. Boston's shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient, and the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game, and some changes here for the 76ers. Paul George, he's checked in for Hachimura, and Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. White, the pass to Brown. Tatum from long range. Oh, MP with a block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And here's Pritchard. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Tatum. Boston again missing.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
To the paint. McCain finds Drummond. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. 6 points for him.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
Nice ball movement by Boston. The kick to Tatum from outside the arc. MP with the block. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Back to MP. Pass to McCain. Screen by MP. McCain with it. Picked up by Tatum. The closer. Good! That's another bucket!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Here's Pritchard. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by MP. And here's McCain. Launches it. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. McCain's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Bonus checked in for Philadelphia. Boston also changing it up. Garza's checked in for Queta, and Cole Anthony subbed in for Pritchard. Outside White. Connects from downtown. White's got 6 points.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking three ball there.
Kicks it out to MP. Plenty of space. And yes, another basket. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
There's Tatum with the three. And the Celtics another three.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Pass to MP. George outside. The three. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And a foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And Boston with some changes. Walsh comes in for Brown, and Gillespie is subbed in for White. Here's Tatum, and Boston again with a bucket.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
MP, a screen on Anthony. No one near him. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there. Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Pass to McCain. Here's Edgecombe. The three is up. Another three for Philadelphia.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
There's Tatum with the three. The rebound by MP.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
George passes to MP. Off target at the rim.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
On target from range.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Garza. Here's Walsh. And here's Tatum, covered by MP. Shot clock at 5. Tatum against MP. Tatum can't hit.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Extra effort goes the way of MP for the score.
1:21 left in the third. Gillespie passes to Garza. Now here's Anthony to halt the run. And it's Bona with a rebound. And here they come. Here's George. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by MP. Here's Edgecombe. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
MP with great anticipation to take that thing away and get his guys a transition opportunity.
And the Celtics shooting around 32% in the third quarter. Gillespie passes to Garza. Boston, no good that time either.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Tatum feeling it out a bit. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 6 to shoot. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, from the moment he entered the league, Tatum's shown so many different moves. A polished offensive force.
And so Tatum nails both of them. Tatum against MP. Screen by MP. George, no good. And so it's Philadelphia, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
He's checked in for Drummond. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cadis checked in for Garza. Tatum comes in for Walsh. Derek White's checked in for Anthony. And Pritchard is subbed in for Gillespie. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Taking a look at the Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Queta in at the 5. A nice shot by MP.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Tatum. Fades back. Rebound by Philadelphia.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
From deep, MP. Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pritchard from outside. Sinks the tray.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The drive by MP. It's stolen by Tatum. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your